Hello everyone, g-shock here, and today I want to talk about this vintage DWX-110 series G-Shock watch. And for this specific series, this is a collaboration between G-Shock for ASP World Tournament for surfing. So we're gonna have a look at Casio 2014 for the module that operates this Casio G-Shock watch, reference number DWX-110AP for ASP, Association of Surfer Professionals. And you'll have stainless steel back, made in Japan. Why? And water resistant to 20 bar, which fits very well with this surfing activities. And you'll see this logo at the back, since this is a collaboration, and I believe G-Shock become a sponsor for this pro surfing world tournament in the year 1999, so that's why they released this model in that same year with ASP. And you can see the G-Shock stamp at the back and a surfboard. So ASP is this organization for surfers, World Surf League, so that's the current name, previously known as ASP. So anyway, back to the watch. This is how it looked like. They picked the color jelly blue to make this collaboration, which fits very well with the theme, of course, water, so blue match very well. But over time, since this guy is already, should I say, 20 years old, almost, yeah, close to that, it ended up looking like this. All of the blue tone faded out and end up looking green instead. Not a complaint at all. I mean, green looks great as well. It still looks like the seawater today, where they originally look blue, and then over time, when it is polluted, when the cities build up, it starts to turn green. So this watch kind of represents that, in my opinion, throughout the years of how the water changed as well. Anyway, you'll see this strap over here, which overall looks really sporty design. So 90s like. You're not gonna see anything like this anymore today. A lot of efforts was added into the making of this watch. As you can see, even the buttons aren't the symmetrical shape. Even the bezel is like asymmetrical as well. One band pointed all this away, the other part of the band pointing this way. It's just very not common like recent release models. And this part is metal. This ring around here is metal as well, so they are very reflective. You could see my reflection over there as well. If you're looking on the side, the buttons over here came in this square shape with the groove, two of them, and on this side it came on a different angle, so it became vertical now with the groove popping out outwards, so there's something different. And the strap is built to be pointing straight downwards, so if you have a skinny wrist, I have a feeling this will be a good fit. The last time I reviewed this exact watch, exact series, was like 2 years back, if I'm not mistaken. So I get this one again just to revisit it back, and I also found this in the collaboration series, which is not that easy to find, especially in this good condition. So I figure I should share this with all of you guys. And next thing you'll see G stem over there. If you look at the strap, it consists of 3 different parts. This is another different part, probably just glued onto this jelly strap, and it's not a solid part. Just add in between of this adapter to connect to the lug. That is impressive in my opinion. It's just so many efforts, and there's 2 slots over here to allow waters to seep through as you are surfing, so that will be helpful as well in those type of activity. And the band keeper match very well with the color dark blue. And also the buckle have G stamp at the back, even though it is made out of plastic, but just look at the shape. You're not gonna find anything like this anymore today. It matched very well with the whole watch. It blend in really well with Casio Japan sign at the bottom of it. So that's nice, things to see. So for the functions, what could you do with the watch? Let's zoom in there. Alright, I believe I already made a module demonstration video just to explain slowly, show you guys what you could do with the watch, what you could set up. But in this video, I'm just gonna quickly run through all of them. So as you can see at home tab, you'll see date and time, and type graph and moon phase, and the graphics animations over there. Press this front light button to close the EL in green colorway with the backlighting logo of a surfboard. So straight away at home time, you could enter this feature called the world time for the watch. Basically, this is the specific location and the time at which this surf tournament will usually be held. There are already 10 of them in here, but just in case you don't need this surf a location time display. You could manually customize this location and the time to add in a specific city, a specific location that you are interested about, or a specific location where a certain sport, not necessarily be surfing, probably soccer, football, that's occurring all around the world in here, so that you'll have a quick access to all 10 world time cities straight away from home timekeeping. And you could also swap it back to show day and date display at the same time, moon phase and tide graph data. So that is pretty impressive, right? Next time that you can do in here is turn on the auto light function. If I'm not mistaken, you could just tilt the watch and then yeah, the EL will light on, so that's pretty cool as well. Next thing, you'll have this more informations. First mode will brings you into the moon age, where it will shows you the moon age obviously up the top, and this two time display will be the moon position at the highest peak and the lowest peak at that specific day. So if you swap this to a different day, in this case 8th of January and 1995, the watch will begin calculating all the data and it will show you the day, which is Sunday. So it's gonna take us some time because the data isn't actually registered here. The watch is calculating in the background and then it will show you. So in that specific date, the moon age is 6.9 days and the time at which the moon is at the lowest and highest peak will be 5:30 and 5. And also if you press this adjust button, you could see now at that specific date, at that specific moon position, the tide graph is in there at 6 o'clock a.m. At 6 a.m. in the morning, the tide graph is low, so you could manually go through the tide graph every single hours and see how high or low the tide is. So that's very, very useful. Next feature, you'll have this function called the sunrise and sunset mode as well. So I believe this information is really crucial. If you are surfers, you're gonna need to know all this data as much as possible, and having a watch that could tells you all those and calculate you right from your wrist in the year 1999 is a big deal. I mean, this is a year where internet not a thing yet, smartphone is not a thing yet, so having a watch that could do that's just convenient in my opinion. So this is sunrise sunset. You could of course change to a specific day if you want to predict the sunrise and sunset at that specific day or at specific location after you set the world time for the watch. Next, you'll have a countdown timer, which could be operated using this front light button instead of this side, so that is much more easier in my opinion. You could set this all the way to the very seconds. It has a range all the way to 24 hours with auto repeat function. Very cool. Next function, you'll have your, it will go back to home timekeeping, a countdown timer, and you have your stopwatch, again operated with this front light button like that. So easy with count in and also digital time display as you're using this. It has a range also to 24-hour max, so that's pretty cool. Next function will bring you back to home time as well, stopwatch, and here it is, the alarm mode. You could set the alarm to 3 of them, and you could also set that to a specific date, so just in case you want to keep reminded of specific tournament, event, or anything at all, you could do that as well in here, including a signal function as well. And I believe that sums it all that this watch have. Overall, a really useful practical sport watch, and by looking at how good it looks today and there are no bezel cracking at all, I could say that this is one tough watch. I mean, proven that this guy is already like 20 years old, still holding up very well. The glass came in mineral only, so depending on which model you find out there, you might gonna end up getting one with a scratch on it, but in my case it's just still looking great, so that's why I grabbed that. So let me wear the watch on my wrist. One bigger issue that I found in the watch is the fact that the strap is quite long because they need to have this space over here for these slots, but that's okay since I have a feeling if you're gonna be wearing this, you probably have a bigger wrist already, or if not, you're probably gonna be using this just during your surf activity over your surfing suit, so that will be great thing as well. But overall, as a daily wear, I will say it fits great enough in my case. I have a 15 centimeters circumference wrist, and it does have some gap over there, even though I already wear it at the most top holes. It's like probably a centimeter gap, so it end up having this loose fit, but that's okay. I usually wear my G-Shock watch loose anyway. But overall, if you look at the side, there are no gap at all, so it fits very, very well already on the top. But yeah, the strap is too long. That's the only downside. But if you have a bigger wrist than me, if you're gonna be wearing this over sleeve, no problem, right? So this is how it looks like. Still looking good, still looking great, still I believe to be practical, still reliable, still relevant even in the year 2019 if you are into this type of sports watch or this surfing in general. If you're just a regular user, I guess you could use this as well. I mean, the functions much better than most entry-level tight graphic equipped G-Shock watch today anyway, so why not give this thing a shot. The price not gonna be as high as recent models as well, so you really get a lot out of the price you pay to get one of this if you are okay with the interface, right? So that sums it all up. I'm gonna disassemble the watch obviously after this. For now, thank you very much for watching. This is Judge F, and